YouTube, welcome to my Premier League review. We had the preview, we had the reaction to my predictions a couple of days ago, and I wasn't far off. I was well far off on some. But obviously, Liverpool, that's sort of been the main focus for me as a Liverpool fan. First of all, the relegated teams. I got 2 of 3 right, Fulham and West Brom. Sheffield United, with how well they did last season, I would have never comprehended they'd have been so shit this year. But they were, and they've gone down. Hopefully I'm back soon. Bye-bye to them. Pretty much as I expected at the bottom. And at the top, Manchester City getting the league title yet again, the 5th. A fitting way to send off Sergio Aguero, and an unsurprising thing with how much money they spend. If I spent that much money, I could win the league with any team. But the top 4 obviously was then, very luckily, Chelsea, who finished 4th, who got very lucky. Liverpool 3rd, United 2nd. City clearly won. United were nowhere near City's level. I think United were slightly lucky. They had a really, obviously, they go a goal down quite often. They concede quite often. How United finished 2nd, I do not know. How Liverpool finished 3rd, I do not know either. Because this season has dragged, and it's just felt like the worst season ever. I've hated every second. No, I've not. It's not been bad, but start of the season, like I said in my video, I thought Liverpool for the league. I can't see anyone besides Liverpool for the league. And to be fair, I think if we didn't have all these injuries, it would have stayed like that. But then 20 games we missed Henderson for, 46 we missed Van Dijk, 40 we missed Gomez, 30 odd we missed Matip, 20 odd we missed Jota, 20 odd we missed Milner. And it was, I've got the list here actually that I'll just get up for you. So I've mentioned all of those names, as well as, there we are, as well as, I'll see if there's anything I forgot. I know Shaqiri's been on and off. I know he don't really count because he's not been amazing. But yeah, Jota 21, Virgil 46, Milner 13, Keita 24, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Thiago 21, forgot about Fabinho 11, and all the rest that Fabinho did play was at centre-back, and that was a big loss to us in midfield. Because, I'll tell you what, if all season we had Edison, why is his name not on there? He missed 4 or 5 games and all. It's just been a horrid season, and I'm glad it's over. But 3rd place, Jurgen Klopp, for me, this is one of the best seasons he's had. Worse for us, like obviously 3rd place, yeah, but wow, well done. Because you've had nothing but shit chucked at you. You've had the fact we don't have fans at stadiums. City, it's not going to affect them because they don't have any. And it's not even me being funny trying to make a joke. They just don't. They don't have the support that Liverpool have and the support that Man United have. And I feel like United and Liverpool, I fucking hate United more than anyone on earth. But you got to admit, the crowd's immense. Sometimes, to be fair. Sometimes it is a bit shit. Such as storming Old Trafford, putting off the game. I don't care. It got replayed and we won it in the end. Because some bus outfoxed some brain-dead Manx. So we'll take that. But yes, 3rd place. Wow. How I wouldn't have guessed it. All them first team players out injured. Nat Phillips almost playing every game for the final half of the season. What a player he has been. Really happy with him. Really happy with the squad. Fabinho, Thiago really showing a real partnership in midfield. And now Henderson will be back for the start of the new season. Just imagine next season. Oh, Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Gomez and Robertson at the back. Lovely. With Fabinho, Thiago and Henderson in midfield. Lovely. Then up front, this is the interesting one. Might get a few new ones in, I'm not sure. But yes, 3rd was us. 4th, we'll talk about next season in another video. 4th, Chelsea, who got lucky, and it's a good job Leicester lost. And Leicester have bottled yet again a top 4 place. Chelsea lost. I think overall, Tuchel's really improved them defensively. If Lampard had stayed, they would have got top 4. besides having one or two dodgy games at the end of the season, overall Tuchel I think deserves top 4. It's really made them resolute at the back, and they've been much better lately. So Chelsea get 4th, I think deserve it, and I think overall it's about right. Well, we just said Man City oil money won the league as we expected. We just said Man United got lucky. I think I should explain it a bit more than that. I just feel like it's a false position. Bruno Fernandes is very much a one-man team for them. Defensively, Maguire, I don't know how he's got into the Premier League team of the season. All I'm saying is, he's a good player. Okay, Nat Phillips. Harry Maguire's a good player, but he's not 80 million's worth of good. He's just got a big head and fucking yokes it away quite often. He's not like Van Dijk, who's so much more. He can't play cross. He just does short, simple passes. He's only got 2 or 3 things to his game. So was Nat Phillips, and he was free. I'm not comparing him. Harry Maguire is a much better. Nat Phillips is a poor man's Harry Maguire. Let's say it like that, because they're similar. They are. I just don't see how United have done it. They've got a lot. They've come from behind a lot. What you could say great character, you could say luck. I think both. Sometimes it's pure luck. They've had a lot of penalties this season. So I think overall it'll be interesting to see next season. But again, this is just me previewing this season, not the next season. In about 2 months' time, we'll talk then. So yeah, that's all that. Also, 5th and 6th, Europa League goes West Ham and Leicester. Really great to see them instead of Spurs and Arsenal. They were always the 5th and 6th. So the top 4 is usually that. Then there's a bit of a gap between Spurs and Arsenal. They're like the lower. But West Ham, Leicester, both deserve it. All I've got to say is one of the few predictions I got wrong was West Ham. I thought they might be fighting for relegation. They come 6th. And all I've got to say, well done, West Ham. Great season. Very good team. Well done. Nothing else to say. You're very good and you deserve Europa League football. Leicester, unlucky, to be fair. I mean, you've had a really good season, and Nacho's just come out of nowhere. Vardy's maybe a bit past it now, but you, unlucky. Well done on the FA Cup. You deserve it. Glad to see them win it instead of Chelsea, and hopefully Chelsea win the Champions League instead of City, because I don't want their oil money being pumped into the Champions League as well. So, well done, West Ham, and commiserations, Leicester, but at least you're still in Europe. 7th, going into the Europa Conference League, the Alfreton town of Europe is Spurs. Now it's another competition. I get the idea of it. It's a good idea for the clubs that don't often get to play in Europe. But Spurs were in a Champions League final 3 years ago. Now they're in the European Conference League. Kane's off. There's no doubt about that. He's not playing in the European Conference League next year. He's shit. It's shit. It's a shit competition for any English club to be involved in. And if they go to Spurs, have to win that next season. They do. No question. Okay, then we go down into 8th, Arsenal, the wank. 9th, no, 8th, Arsenal, oh shit. Okay, they are. They have been this season, they were last season. They finished 8th, 9th the past 2 seasons. They aren't good enough. Really disappointed in Arsenal. And they can't even salvage the season with the Europa League because Villarreal knocked them out. Nice. So, an awful season for Arsenal. Arteta, give him next season. If next season don't work, you got to think, well, he's not the man, is he? But Arteta, fair play. He's got fuck all to work with. We'll see what business and this shit he does over the summer, but it's all very interesting to see. Got some great youngsters there. 9th place, Leeds United. Wow, yeah, 9th place, whatever. They're 9th. They're a mid-table nothing side, but they'd only just come up from the Championship, and to do that well straight off the bat. Let me just get up the table. To do that well straight off the bat, well done, Leeds. Round of applause to Leeds. Bielsa stays. Because that's about where Sheffield United finished last year, Matt, I remind you. If Bielsa stays, you could see them. They'll be in a Europa League spot next year, I reckon. Bielsa leaves, they could do a Sheffield United and completely bottle it. Because Luke Ayling, I remember going to see my local side, Chesterfield Town, playing a game against Yeovil, and he was there. And he was playing right back 10 years ago for them at the time. Liam Cooper, he used to play for Chesterfield as well. There's a lot of players in that Leeds team where you think, how the fuck? But Bielsa makes it. He's that good of a manager. He reminds me of Klopp. I think Klopp and Bielsa are the 2 best because they can bring the best out of players that aren't as good. Whereas Guardiola just buys them in with oil money. And what I mean by that is, look, I've just mentioned a few for Leeds. Liverpool, Nat Phillips come up. What a job he's done. Trent signed him, brought him up from the youth system. Klopp put him in, put the confidence in him. Now he's the best right back, English right back. Probably in the world even. Robertson, left back, 8 mil from Hull instead of... I remember being an old like, why the fuck we bought Robertson 8 mil from Hull when there's, why don't we try and sign fucking Alphonso Davies or David Alaba from Dortmund for not Dortmund, Munich for 40 mil. I get frustrated. Why bought Robertson? Now he's one of the best left backs in the world. Jota, everyone like, why Jota? Why not Mbappe? Why? And he's just come in and set the world alight. And then there's a couple more really. Gini Wijnaldum, 20 mil from a relegated Newcastle, and what a player he's been. Farewell to him. Shaqiri from a relegated Stoke. He buys a Curtis Jones has come up from the youth academy, and there's so many other examples. And same with Leeds, where you think, well done, Leeds. Not so well done to 10th place Everton. I don't hate Everton, only on Merseyside Derby Day, because I'd rather Everton do better than teams like United. I hate United more, because Everton are never going to threaten Liverpool's success, so I don't really bother with them. But Man United are only one trophy behind us in being the most successful in the country. We're still just pipping it, so that's why I'd rather. But Everton, shit. Really shit. You got James Rodriguez, Calvert-Lewin, who had a really good start to the season. They were really good. They had a great start to the season. Top of the league at one point. 10th. Shocking. They've come off. Ancelotti's not been able to fix them. If anyone can, I thought he might, but they've just dropped off. And there's problems there, and I'll be interested to see how they do next season. Villa, 11th place. Grealish has carried them, but not quite to a top half finish. Done much better than last season. Last season, they were avoiding relegation by the skin of the teeth. Now they're mid-table. I'd say where they belong. Not a bad season for Villa. Much improvement on last season. Good stuff. Newcastle 12th. It's a very respectable finish for Newcastle, because I thought they were fighting that relegation battle with Villa. I said Villa, Newcastle and Brighton. Turns out Sheffield United just came out of nowhere and surprised me. But yeah, Villa, well done. Newcastle 12th, that's a very respectable position. I thought they'd be relegated or not far off, so well done Newcastle. One side that slightly disappointed me, I thought they'd be around where Leicester and West Ham are. Wolves 13th, pretty disappointed with them this season. They've had moments, but they've not been amazing. I'm pretty disappointed with Wolves. Palace, farewell Hodgson, what a great manager. Farewell 14th, such an old squad, full of injuries. He'll take that. Southampton. They're okay. There's nothing real to say about them. They're neither here nor there. But Southampton, again, they aren't one of the best in the Prem. They'll just be grateful for staying up. As will Brighton. And then Burnley finished 17th. The last team just above the relegation zone. 10 points, well, 11 points clear of the relegation zone. So all I've got to say is Sean Dyche. What a guy this man is. He has nothing to spend at Burnley ever, and he always gets Burnley safe. Okie dokie. Fulham, West Brom and Sheffield United go down, and West Brom and Fulham only 3 and 5 points behind Sheffield United. Sheffield United, once they're relegated, a couple of decent results would beat Burnley, for example, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. So that's the table. Team of the season for me is Leeds United. Worst team of the season for me is Arsenal. No, actually, I've changed my mind. Team of the season, West Ham United. I didn't think of them. Wow, well done, West Ham. You've been amazing. You've shocked everyone. I thought you'd be relegated. You came 6th and you got Europa League football. Team of the season, West Ham United. Flop of the season, Arsenal. I would say Liverpool, but we've just had so many injuries. Arsenal don't have that excuse. They don't. Shock of the season was probably when we lost 7-2 to Villa, and Full really deserved it. And then I'd say game of the season for me was when we beat Palace 7-0 and when we beat United 4-2. Player of the season, I am going to pick someone that I don't want to pick who's everyone's gone for. Everyone's picked Man City players. I'm not going to. I've got to pick Thomas Souček. He's been immense for West Ham. He's been strong in midfield, good in the air. The occasional own goal, one own goal. But West Ham have needed that player. And Souček and Lingard especially as well gets a special mention. Well done to them. So Souček is my player of the season. And I'm going to actually now make my team of the season. In net, I'm going to go with Edison. The top of the league, least goals, it's obvious. Back four. Right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Like I say, Trent's amazing. He's the best right back in the world. Not this season. He's dropped his standards. And I think United's best defender is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And that's why I'm putting him in. Because I think they'd be a lot worse off if he wasn't there. He's amazing. He pisses me off whenever Liverpool play him. His gangly legs get in the way and he's a great player. So Edison, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Centre-backs, Ruben Diaz. And I'm going to go with... See, this is a tough one. It's definitely Ruben Diaz. To be fair, I do want to go Nat Phillips, and I am going to go Nat Phillips, mainly because he didn't have to play. We could have brought in someone else, but no, we brought him in, and he was always first to everything. So I'm going to, not because he's been the best, just because of the job he's done in the circumstances. Wow, he gets it for me. So there we are. And then left back, I'm going to put. Left back's a tough one. I don't know. There isn't a good left back. I can't think of one. I'm gonna put, for the sake of it, João Cancelo, because he's been making quite a few assists, a lot of clean sheets, and João Cancelo does play right back and left back. I'm going to put him left back. 3 midfielders. This one's rather easy for me. I'm going N'Golo Kante, Bruno Fernandes, and Phil Foden. Again, this is not. You could have where's De Bruyne. He's been okay, but again, a lot of time off injured. I don't think he deserves it because he's been off injured. And up front, top goal scorers, Salah and Kane. And on the left, I'm going to debate. I'm going to put on the left. For the quality of what he's done, I'm going to put Jesse Lingard. So that is my team that I'm going to change slightly. So here we are. Here's the 11, my 11. Edison, Wan-Bissaka, Phillips, Ruben Diaz, João Cancelo. Midfield of N'Golo Kante, Thomas Soucek, and Bruno Fernandes. Then up front, Salah, Kane, and Foden. 4-3-3. Foden on the left, Salah on the right, Kane in the middle, with Soucek, Bruno, and N'Golo in the middle, and then that back four. So that's my team. Could be ridiculous or whatever, I don't care. I think it's a reasonable team. I've decided not to go for all City players, because if I was going to pick, I could go, well, it'd be Edison, then it'd be Kyle Walker. But I haven't. I've tried to pick a few more teams. I think that's what I've done, fair and square, pick my team. So there we are. That's my Premier League prediction, preview, review, whatever. That's what I'm saying about this season. I think well done Liverpool for getting third in horrid circumstances of pretty much us whole squad being injured. Well done United on somehow getting a second spot, and well done Liverpool. Well done Man City for winning the title. Commiserations to the 3 relegated teams. Congratulations to Norwich and Watford. We'll see you again next season. Brentford, Swansea soon, and hopefully we get to see Brentford in for the first time in the Premier League, because Swansea keep coming and going, whereas I want to see a new team, and hopefully it's Brentford. So thank you very much for watching. Sorry this has been about 15-20 minutes of me chatting shit, but it's been nice and I've enjoyed it. Hopefully fans will be back next season, and after the Euros we'll see. So after the Euros, once fixture announced, once signings have been done, a week before the start of the new season, I will do a preview prediction again, and we'll see how close I get. But thank you very much for watching, take care, and I shall see you soon. Probably for some more Derby County career mode.